respect, I'm the next tycoon. Got a pad full of greens, couple M's my soon. Unbeliever, do you see the confidence? Got some people waiting for me on the fence. Had a favor, never see me on the fence. Best believe it when the winners coming soon. You can never stop me. You can never stop me. You can never stop. Live like defeat, all demise, the best me, no fear, no compromise. 100 degrees, I breathe more to life. You should disconnect and throw in the wise. In the hand that's in this. Gotta back it up a high percentage. Got a heart in my sleeve, non-stop. Stepping up to the seat, more shots. Getting else. I'm alive, unleashing the fire. Out in the wild. You can never stop me. Watch me dive and fear, and it's my time. Up in the stars, you'll never forget me. We're not holding back on this life. Whole nigga proud of a time. Ready to own what is mine. Tonight, I'm alive, unleashing the fire. Out in the wild, you can never stop. Yeah. I never wait up. Flowers say so they coming on the way up. A true fighter's what they always been afraid of. Cards hella close to my circle when I lay up. Switch the game every quarter like a time zone. Aim for the bus, tryna build up to this milestone. Pave the way with only items that I might own. Matching what I'm about to do, be an icon. And the problem just the haters that I might know. It's a night show. The way I'm about to make a movie with these lights. No, they wanna be like me, they can try. All gold, everything when I write. Can repeat it, every legend gotta fight. A new world, when I flip, make it tight. Ain't nobody doing minutes how I like. Seat buckled up, going up like a bike. I'm alive, unleashing the fire. Out in the wild, up in the sky, into the light. Watch me dive and fear, and it's my time. Up in the stars, with every stride, our future's bright. Cause I'm on to the next. The way I shape shifts makes them call me a threat. Running on this path, never done, no regrets. There is nothing you can do when my face done and said. You're in front of the best. Different league if you wanna get to me. I pick a new pedigree. Yeah, I only gotta teach you under the key. You can never stop me.
Welcome back. We are on week 2 of Emerald League. Today we have the Corgis versus the Demons. It seems that Demons are going to be picking first here and banning as well. Coming up with a Lulu and looking like an Akali ban. Corgis banning the Olaf. What do you think we're going to see from these teams, Jordan?
Oh, it's a good question. I don't know. I know Ixie likes to play a lot of Trist. Actually, you know what? They're all kind of wild cards, honestly. I think. Ooh. Oh, very swell.
Yeah.
Oh, I think so. I'd like to say you would see very specific things from like Doki, but he's kind of a wild card, very wild. So I expect you'll just see.
He never runs that flash, you know. So who
Flash
knows
isn't
what
needed.
other summoner? Who knows what summoner spell we're gonna see out of him today? Maybe we get TP, Ignite.
Honestly, I think the league's just lucky Revive isn't in the game anymore.
True. Oh, and Night Train gets his Shaco. This guy plays a lot of Shaco, from what I've seen.
Curious why they let that go over.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so my apologies. That is not Night Train that plays a lot of Shaco, but he will be playing that Shaco, it seems.
Shaco's, I think, is an
Interesting
interesting pick.
prioritization.
Oh, thank God. I think Shaco's is an interesting pick, depending on how you play it.
Yep.
There's many variations, and I think it can either send a game super one-sided, or it could just crash and burn. Because if Shaco gets behind, it's just
Interesting choice to take the Janna into Shaco as well, especially with Serpent's Fang being an item in the game that exists. Not sure if it'll be an AP Shaco or the one-shotting Shaco that we see through lethality items. But looks like we got a Zac coming through as well. Now, especially in pro play, we've seen a lot of Zac mid lately. But so this could be for Beanie or it could be for Doki. I guess we'll have to wait and see. And we've got Ezreal and Alawi coming through for the demons. Ezreal's a good pick into that Zac. If you see that E coming through, you can always Arcane Shift away. And Alawi likes champions to come into melee range, so two good picks here for demons, especially into that Zac. Jinx Janna for the bottom lane.
Jinx Janna. That's a pretty standard pick, I think. I'm curious to see what Arctic plays here, though, honestly.
Arctic's got that Ezreal, so he's
Nah, it's not him.
He does have an Ezreal. It's probably one of his most safest picks in Emerald League, as far as I'm aware.
Oh,
that's not him.
Hello.
Welcome.
My phone died.
Your phone.
Did not get the wake up call that a phone is supposed to do. As we see, of course, the Maokai is being banned out, and we have the Lux being banned out as well. Lux is a really good pairing of Ezreal, so I want to see how this spawning is going to turn out.
And it looks like that is definitely going to be a Zac jungle with the Victor locked in. So Doki is going to be running that Zac. I would imagine that he'll be taking Ignite on that, but you never know. So, because, Doki hates his flash.
You see, here's the plan, right? He takes Teleport on Zac. Oh, Kindred.
So is this
the presence?
We're being told that this is Defoe is actually telling us that this Shaco is for Mike's revenge. So this is going to be a Shaco support potentially. Shaco support into Janna. I see. So I'm being told that Mike's Revenge is actually a Shaco 1 trick in other leagues. So Shaco into Janna could be a bit rough. Might not have much of an impact with those if Mal can get those shields on in time. But we'll see what happens, I guess. And looks like we're gonna have Swain. Well, no, that's Swain mid and Alawi top into the Gragas. So I would imagine Neo's gonna have a good time in this lane. If Gragas gets too close, she's gonna have her way with him,
Yeah, Gragas has been showing a bit of presence in Emerald League. I'm sort of surprised. He's sort of like the hit and run champion. The last time Gragas was played was versus Sonic, I believe. So I want to see how well Nafquan is able to do against this Alawi.
Yeah.
Considering the Gragas playstyle is sort of use your spells, run away.
So I'll be honest, I don't know how that Swain Victor matchup goes, but Victor, once he gets that laser upgrade, he's gonna have a way easier time clearing that lane than Swain is. Gonna be able to move around the map with Doki.
Yeah,
get some ganks off.
It's honestly just Swain is more there for like early and mid game, because Victor definitely scales for the mid and late game. Yeah. If it gets too late, I feel like demons would have to rely on how many stacks they're able to get off of the Kindred, as they are an AD heavy comp, and I'm not sure how much damage an AP Shaco would be doing.
True. I think that this Kindred is probably going to be looking mid a lot for the stacks. You know, bot lane you don't have that much setup between Ezreal and Shaco for ganks, and then
Top
top
lane is
lane
just gonna
Alawi
be a
has
brawl.
yeah. It's not much CC coming up from any lane besides the Swain pool, so I'd imagine we'll see a lot of Kindred hovering around mid. And you could say the same about Corgis, you know. Swain isn't a mobile champion. Gragas has more setup than an Alawi does,
Yeah,
but it's also
put
hard to
it
gank an
as
Alawi.
I would put it as Corgis looking more towards the mid and top side, especially considering it's even though like it's an Alawi, anything pre-6, it's basically a lot of immobility. So it's gonna be up to Neos to have to have the insight of can't fight till 6, unless he does have enough to poke and damage to actually just 1v2. But who knows? It's always
Very
Alawi.
true. Yeah, I don't imagine we'll see. I don't imagine we'll see much of the jungler's bot lane. It's very hard to gank an Ezreal and a Shaco with Shaco being able to use his Q and Ezreal being able to arcane shift out. It's gonna be a very tough time for Doki to gank that lane.
Okay, as we wait for the game, we'll put it over to intermission for now.
Sounds good.
And welcome back. We have some really early game vision coming in with this first game of Demons versus Corgis here at Emerald League. And at the moment, Doki does have his signature Smite Ignite coming in.
Interesting with the Conqueror pick for the Zac as well. Personally, I prefer the Aftershock on Zac. You get the extra healing in the green tree.
Alright,
But we'll
alright.
see how it
So
works.
how Doki works in this league in general, he just doesn't stop going in. As
Fair
being
enough.
it's taking a bit of poke, it'll be fine. And it's a bit of poke to start off the lane is not usually what you like to see. But it's gonna be a
And
solo Raptor start for the Zac.
interesting. We do see Mike's helping out the Kindred with those Jack in the Boxes level 1. Means that Ezreal gets means the Arctic gets to go to lane and gets maybe some solo XP level 1, get that early level 2. And Defoe missing the pull, but winning out on the trade.
Yeah, as far as this early game goes, it looks like Doki is gonna be looking towards this mid bot side with his jungle pathing, going for a full clear at the moment, but I want to see how aggressive he is.
We'll see.
Corgis did go to O last season, as we did not get to see Demons play or get any stats, so I don't know too many things about Demons at the moment.
Looks like we got some good trading in the mid lane for Defoe. He's got
Yeah. Yeah. Essentially, where do you think the most action is gonna be? As Zac is already ganking top.
looks like with an early gank. Looks like Neos is gonna go down with that ignite coming out from Doki. Looks like it's gonna pay off for now. See what happens later on in the game. So looks like they're gonna push the waves back in, and yeah, early lead for the Corgis with that gank top lane.
That was both of Alawi's summoners with burn, so I don't think they have enough health or the mana to go for a repeat game. However, I was just about to note that Neos' Alawi is one of the highlights of Emerald League's in-houses at the moment. He does like to go top lane instead of support, and we've seen some nasty things from Neos, but this time around it looks like Corgis don't want to deal with that powerhouse that Neos has shown in the past.
Yeah, and looks like Night Train got he got his first mark. He gambled on the right side of the map, and so that's one mark for the Kindred already.
Yeah. We'd really like to see this Kindred try and scale as hard as she can, especially in this early game. She starts to do a lot more when she's more around 4 stacks, but it's gonna be hard to scale when the Zac is just constantly going in on bot side.
Yeah. Oh, looking a bit rough for Arctic right now. Slowed by the glacial from the Janna, but looks like he's gonna live. And here we see the Kindred coming in, and Mike's not sure about going in 1v3 there. So he's gonna go down.
He tried to go for a cheeky kill since Ixie had blown both of his sums already.
True.
The Shaco does only have Ignite Exhaust, so it's both offensive summoners, but I don't think he had the teleport out. Now, as an average Shaco fan that you are, what do you think the support Shaco is going to be able to provide for Demon?
It's gonna be tough. Here we see, looked like Neo had a chance to get that kill, but Nap was able to dodge. But the Shaco, I mean, let's look at it this way. Corgis has they have some pretty heavy engage between the Zac and the Gragas. So Shaco could be used a lot more defensively this game, especially with the boxes. I don't think he's going to be looking to be an assassin. Maybe unless with his level 6, his clone. But outside of that, he's going to be a bit more defensive this game, I would... Personally, that's how I would play it. And we also see in the blue side top jungle, Doki is looking for that Gromp, but he might be getting collapsed on here.
Yeah, he is spotted out by Niels immediately, but he should not be caught
No.
too much. It should be
Yeah.
fine.
Yep, he's got that elastic slingshot to get away.
As far as the defensive goes, Mike's Revenge is going to Dark Seal almost immediately. First item.
So it
He's
is going to be that. It is going to be that AP build with the boxes. He's not going to be looking to assassinate much. We can also see Night Train moving in. Might have found Doki in that topside jungle, but looks like Doki's going to back away. Live for another day with that passive as well. Still up, I believe. Good shield there out of Mike. Or
Yes.
out of Mao, sorry.
As far as next objectives go, I am looking for demons to try and set up this dragon at the moment. They have a lot of early game presence as it is, so a lot of vision is really easy to grab, especially with both the mid lane and the bot lane having constant lane priority.
Yep,
And
looks like
the Kindred did get really lucky also.
Yep.
She got the second stack off of
got
the
two
other
stacks
scuttle.
on. Yep, 2 stacks on the Kindred, looking for a gank, but Tornado and the Jinx traps going to put an end to that invade and that gank.
They're
It
trying
looks
to
like
find the Zac.
Yeah. He might not have that E for a while, he might have used it to get onto the Gromp. But Neos is bullying the ever-living hell out of this Gragas. It seems. Although the CS is pretty even, so... Oh, looking for an engage. Flash out. Test of... Well, the leap of faith. Not going to connect very much. Oh, the flash, and he's going to die.
Oh, the Lowy got solo killed Neos, but there is a dragon kill coming in for demons, as I was saying. Neos just underestimating how
Looks like Mike should die here. He's got nothing left, no Q.
he's got nothing.
He's got absolutely nothing. Good shield coming out of Mao, but it looks like Mike is somehow going to live.
Arctic
And-
Eden.
Arctic Eden, but I don't believe Doki has Q up. So it looks like he's going to live. Kindred has shown up. Gonna get a kill, probably on Ixie. He's gonna get that auto. Doki is... Oh, and it's just...
Oh,
it's just over.
it's such a clean
doomed.
3-0 for
doomed.
the ball lane.
Night Train, I wish we could see how many stacks he's got, but I think he's probably got at least 3 or 4 now.
He
Coming
does
off of
indeed
that
have
gank.
3 hits. I do
got
believe that
3,
Doki
wow.
was marked.
So 9 minutes, 3 marks, and the Jinx Rocket is gonna go wide.
Yeah, this is the proactive early game that I wanted to see. They have a lot of strong early champions, especially since Corgis drafted such a late game comp. I
That it
understand
is.
that for Doki, it's reliant on him to become like the early game playmaker, but considering they just got Dragon, considering they were trying to look for something, and it was really well played by Demons to bait that out with a nice edge, as both ball laners were at least 100 HP before the healing triumph.
I think Doki might have been able to look mid there, but instead went to go and check on the Scuttle Crab. But looks like Kindred is going to be starting on that Rift Herald, doing it all alone. There's absolutely zero chance this Gragas can help. He is permanently shoved under his tower. Just having an overall rough time.
Yeah, all 3 lanes for Demons at the moment is just purely just like a winning lane in the early game. As Gragas is playing with fire at the moment, Niels is looking for something.
Looks like Doki has found, and the smite goes to... Looks like it went to Night Train, so Doki is probably going to go down here. Unless he manages to escape, but I don't think he will, and that is another kill for the Kindred. Probably going to be going that Kraken Slayer build this game, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. He's already got that Noon Quiver.
Yeah. All eyes on this Kindred at the moment. She has 100% kill participation, got a huge CS lead over Doki at the moment, and with how much pressure their demons are constantly putting onto the map, you can see that the Night Train is already top gold over the rest of his team.
Wow, 700 gold over anyone else in the game, almost.
Yeah,
And
along
as
with
we saw
demons
just...
having a 2k gold lead.
True. As we saw just now, it's kind of hard for this Shaco to go in. Jana just always waits. As soon as he appears, that tornado goes down. He's got no escape tools, so you gotta warden this push. They'll know when he's going in as well.
And again, it's more eyes on his bot side. You can already see Night Train barking at the Diana. And he's already clearing his bot side jungle. So might be like within the next few minutes we might be seeing something. I think. But I want to talk more about this mid matchup, because with the current items that have been put out, like the Rod of Ages, the Seraphs, you're gonna see a lot of sustainability from a Swain, especially in these late game fights. So I wonder how well both teams are gonna play the mid game out with both of these mid laners scaling in.
Yeah, I think you'll... if I am Defoe, I'm kind of just telling my team, alright, give me... I believe it's been a while, but I believe Rod of Ages still stacks by the minute. So he'll just be saying to his team, give me 10 minutes and I'll be super strong. It looks like there's a lot happening on the bot side right now. The Rift Herald has been summoned, looking to take this bot tower at 13 minutes just before the power plates go down. You see Mike's Revenge with that clone, and it's going to pop and kill Doki. He's having a bit of a rough time this game. We also see the Swain moving in down here.
A lot is happening for 4 plates
A lot
already.
of damage. Oh, wow! Night Train dying with the ult up as well. That is going to be costly. That is a 300 bonus bounty going onto the Jinx.
That's a good chunk of money for the Jinx at the moment, and the Gragas is playing with fire still.
Yeah.
He's really tempting fate. He's trying to look for the cheese.
Mike's? What is Mike doing? Oh no.
Oh.
And wow. Is Mike's dead? No, he's not. Oh my goodness.
This is what you like to see from a
Wow.
player. All the mind games, just playing at the knife's edge.
Playing right on the edge. Yeah, that looks like how it plays when I play Shaco, you know. Oh, Doki going in. The Alawi does not have ult, so we'll see what happens here. The Ignite going down, and a kill for Doki. He is now 3-3. Definition of all in pretty much all the time.
Yeah. Doki needs to get his like 2 items, as Dragon immediately gets picked in it.
Looking like Beanie could die here. The flash, both flashes from the Swain and the Kindred. He's gonna go down. Don't need the Kindred ult to stay alive either.
Just getting caught by the claw.
Yeah.
Swain is probably like
Cyanide. Also maybe pushing it a bit too much.
Ixie finding the angle just to get the ult and burst off onto the Ezreal.
Yep.
Arctic was not expecting that. Now I want things slowed down. Hopefully, people are getting the resets off.
Let's be real. There is no slowing down in these games.
That's fair. Doki's in the game. We want to be seeing Doki having 2 items, but it's just constant fighting. Like, there's already fighting between the Gragas and the Alawi.
I'm surprised we, especially in higher level games, especially in pro play. I'm surprised we don't see more Alawi with all of the... Oh, and Doki looking to go in. Oh, it looks like Mike was able to just queue out there.
When it comes to pro play, I think the only Alawi play I've ever seen is Buppo.
I do enjoy some Alawi gameplay. I think she is severely underrated, personally. But Defoe might be in trouble here. The Victor ult sitting on top of him. Doesn't have that ult to pop to gain some health. It looks like the top tower also went down. Nap is playing with fire here. But it looks like he's gonna live for now. Doki is on the bottom side, so Gragas has been left all alone up here. There's not much that he can do.
Yeah, both times you've seen the Gragas, their entire ideology is a hit and run, but a lot of the trading at the moment, it's going over to the Alawi. There's not much the Gragas is going to be able to do in lane, especially with how dominant Alawi is, especially in that specific matchup.
Yep. And we also just saw Kindred getting that 4th or 5th mark, I believe. Stealing that red buff away from Doki.
Yeah,
So...
Nitro, I gotta put out to Nitro. He's been playing this objective game really well.
Yep. He knows what his champion's about, and he knows what he needs to do to get there. So the more stacks you get, the stronger that Kindred is going to be come late game. And Kindred is one of those champions, especially late game, that will be able to kill quite a few champions in a team fight if they're squishy enough.
There is currently a 5k gold league coming in for Demons, and we'll have to see where Night Train wants to put the second Rift Herald as.
Mike's going in here. I'm not sure about this. And the Ezreal ult goes wide. Looks like Arctic is... Everyone is... Oh, the Q just missed.
Out of range,
Just
so close.
boom. Doki getting revenge for the red buff being stolen. He might be able to come around the back here. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Arctic again dying. In part to that Jinx rocket.
But Night Train sees the Victor in his sights and already putting on the Rift Herald. There's a lot of gold, and the map will open up if that mid lane does go down.
This could show us maybe how much of a gold lead that Kindred has over Doki. Ooh, 2.4k gold lead, and a pause comes in. Maybe who knows what's happening.
Yeah, there is a small pause going on. We will try to figure out what is going on. It seems like the jungler is having some issues.
Got a Fnatic pause coming in, I guess.
Yeah, we'll be sending it over to intermission for now until we get it unpaused for everyone. All right, and we are back after the pause. We were discussing the state of the game currently during intermission, and a lot of demons has all of this early tempo, but we're, it'll be up to them to try and end it quickly, especially with all these second items coming out.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Navori Quick Blades on Ezreal?
I remember this build. I played this in when I was in Scrim. I played against him on Scrim, and it's just a rapid fire Ezreal essentially. He goes for something. He goes for something like like Kraken Slayer, and he just shreds with his on hit, and always has a teleport up. So if Arctic is constantly lands everything,
Yeah.
or even
I
if he
think
misses a Q, then he'll just have his arcing shift up all the time.
Yeah. Looks like demons are setting up for yet another dragon. I believe they are currently 2 dragons ahead. Maybe I'm not able to see that. But I do believe they have 2 dragons already. And
Yes, they are up to
be...
dragons. This will be the 3rd dragon. It's already started as they're trying to fight on the bot side with only 2 players on
Arctic
Corgis.
is in trouble. Yep, and he goes down to that Jinx ult yet again.
Ixina has no flash.
Yep, so Night Train is just going to jump in and absolutely murder everybody here. He is so strong, he's got the Kraken and the Wit's End already. Meanwhile, Neo is just kind of doing whatever he wants to. He's going to kill...
No.
Whoa! My goodness! He is going to take down Nap. And it's also going to be another dragon over to the side of demons. They are running away with this game. This game is basically over, in my opinion. I think this Kindred is way too strong. That's another kill coming in. 7, 1, and 4 on the Kindred. Jungle item finished.
That was the 1-4-5 ace coming in for the demons, and they're gonna get another mid tower, the top tower as well. Demons currently has every single objective in the game.
Yep. 0 turrets for Corgis, 0 dragons, 0 heralds. You know, I'm just gonna say a lot of map control revolves around the jungle, and looking like a bit of a jungle gap right now, I might say.
Yeah, you were talking a lot about the Shaco, but the Shaco objective control with the boxes, it's really hard for them to walk in without getting feared.
Shaco puts the... Oh, he might be in trouble here though. I do believe he has a Q to get out. Yeah, there he goes. Looks like they're just gonna move the Alawi to bottom side while setting up for this Baron as well.
Yeah, it's going to be real hard for them to even try and get visions here. There's traps everywhere, they're already taking control, and it's really hard to defend any kind of vision coming in for the Corgis, especially with how much of a front line Demons already has with only the Swain and Shaco boxing.
Mike is in trouble here, he might go down. Nope, dodges the Jinx W. Oh, the Jinx ult misses.
That was real close, and he's so glad that
Nap could be going down here.
Wow.
Oh my god, that was enough? Okay.
Yeah. Alawi is a lot stronger than people think. Looks like Defoe is just going to go in and Arctic ease in, and he is going to go down to Doki, but Doki is also dead because he went into melee range of a Swain that is ulting. And everybody knows how that goes.
He does not care about this tower at all.
Nope. And yeah, this game is... It's pretty much over. I don't see much of a way that Corgis comes back unless they manage to just wave clear. And we're gonna see a replay. So what happens here? I mean, Doki goes in on Night Train. You don't really want to do that when you're this far behind. Defoe just walks up. Arctic maybe didn't have to E in there. Could have saved it for when Doki jumped on him, but you also saw the Alawi flashing the wall to jump on this back line. And yeah.
You can see how ahead this Alawi already is. Even after like the first couple of deaths, it just has constant pressure over the Gragas. It's able to push in constantly. And Arctic's just there to highlight his team. His team is basically enough. He's
Yep.
just there for the poke and the early game, and the early fight damage.
He is 1-4-7. You know, he's gonna be up there in the damage charts, but his KDA is kind of suffering right now.
We are already getting into 3 items already for the Alawi, and these 2 items spikes coming in for the rest of his team. The Gragas is barely on his second item still.
This Alawi might be able to 1v5 right now.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. Like,
especially with that Sterix gauge.
It's going to be so hard for anyone to deal with this Alawi. Baron power play coming in for demons, and we'll see how hard they can push these objectives as much as they already have.
The third item coming in for that Kindred, so those tanky members of Corgis are not going to be so tanky with the Kraken and the Bork coming through, the Blade of the Ruin King coming through for Night Drain. They're going to die quickly.
And speaking of tankiness, Mountain Drake is coming in within the next minute. That will be soul for the demons once they get it. And it's just going to be even harder to kill the Alawi, harder to kill the Swain, and harder for Corgis to even walk up.
Yep. Not sure what Doki might have been looking top, but decides against it, knowing that he'll probably get it turned around on him with how strong this Alawi is.
Yeah, I have yet to see even like a 5-man group coming in for Corgis. They've just been they've been playing at the hands of demons at the moment. You can see everyone on demons has a gold lead over. It is the closest gold lead we have is between Arctic and Ixie, which is 1k off.
Well, two-person claw hits, the first going in. Alawi is just absolutely murdering the backline here. This game is going to be over. Yeah, that is game. Alawi came in from the top side and just walked into the backline, said, "You are all going to die." And that's exactly what happened. They all died, and this game is going to be over in around about 26 minutes. Pretty one-sided.
There's so much burst coming in. I don't think I've seen Night Train even Kindred ult a single time.
No, I think he ulted right there in that last fight, but yeah. That was a pretty one-sided game coming out of Demons.
Yeah, there's just a lot of counter gigs that happen for Demons. Being able to read Doki's pathing, and a lot of highlight into this ball lane. Last week it was constantly for Corgis a ball lane show, so I want to see if they're going to keep up pressure on this ball lane, or if Corgis are going to be able to find something in the upcoming draft to cancel out maybe a Neospan for the Alawi, or maybe just trying to figure out where the weakness lied in this game.
Maybe you ban that Shaco, force Mike pretty much a Shaco one trick to play something else. Who knows?
Who knows?
Guess we'll have to find out in game 2.
And welcome back to Game 2 of Demons vs. Corgis, where Demons has blue side again? It looks like?
It does look like
Okay.
it. So
Honestly, I'm surprised they
Right.
didn't ban Kindred right off the rip.
They're more worried about the hacker, apparently. Night Train
Like-
is really well known for that. As Diana gets banned away from Doki, that's a respect ban. And are they changing
is-
up their draft at all?
I'm curious.
Yeah, I don't think the Akali was banned first time round, but I might be wrong. But I guess we'll see what the last ban is, and then I wonder if we're gonna get the instant Shaco first pick for Mike again.
The Alawi ban comes through, but that's interesting
And
to
there
me
it is.
because
It is.
Mike gets his Shaco again. Wow.
I mean, I don't think it was super impactful.
No,
The Demon
mean-
Jester going for the demons.
they are indeed. Braum into Shaco would
That's
be
really
a
early pick.
pretty tough lane, in my opinion. But
Do you think
Not
we're
the
going to
worst
see? Do you think we're going to see a situation of 3 winning lanes again?
I guess we'll have to wait and see, because a lot of the time it can depend on the players, but also there are some matchups that are just so hard to win. And Ixie's Assassin Tristana is going to be coming out. This guy loves to jump in, get a kill, and jump out, even if it's into 5 people. We'll see how Ixie gets along this game. Braum Tristana can be pretty oppressive to play against, with the Braum passive and the bomb.
Yeah, and Demons has a lot of leeway. They can either take some priority picks for their mid or top lane, or just counterpick the ball lane. As the Ezreal coming in for Arctic again. They're looking to play it safe once again.
Yep.
Yeah,
Be
this is
annoying
just
as
a safe
possible.
pick.
Yep. Ezreal, pretty, in my opinion, pretty decent pick. You know, Tristana jumps in, you can jump out. And vice versa. You know, if Tristana's running for some reason in this lane, I don't think there should be a reason that she is running, but Ezreal can follow her if she decides to jump out. The third pick is going to be Olaf. Now, I don't
I
know
realize
if
that
that's for Night Train or if it's for Neo.
I believe it's for Night Train, because Night Train. It looks like Night Train lives up to his name currently of trying to run people down. Yeah, he has a schedule to keep up.
Yep. Choo choo, motherfuckers. It's time to run.
As Young gets picked out for Corgis.
Is that for Beanie, do we believe?
I don't know the top lane or mid lane champ pools yet, so we'll have to see from the rest of the draft.
I do believe that's going to be for Beanie. He's been playing a lot of Yone in solo queue recently. So, might want maybe a Rise for Defoe, maybe another Swain game. I guess we'll have to see what gets banned and what gets picked.
Yeah, we'll see. I want to see what Neos will play, because I think past the Alawi is just a bunch of like top lane tank.
Let's have a look. I do believe that Neos plays. He plays a lot of Alawi, maybe just a lot of tank top laners, as you said. So we'll have to see what he
Corgi's banned
breaks
out
out.
of Fiora. Probably just trying to ban out something that they won't be comfortable with. Oh, it's a Swain ban. Okay. I've been informed that the Fiora ban is the Swain ban. And it was a misclick once again.
Scared of Defoe's Swain, I guess. Too much pressure on the mid lane last game. So we got the Gragas as the last ban. So Darius and Gragas banned against Nap. The Lux and Swain banned against Defoe.
Yeah, top lane getting pinched quite a bit for Demons. Trying to put Neos in something.
There
Doki
is
Amumu.
Doki's Amumu, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe
A lot of
Ignite.
early game kill pressure coming in for Doki once again.
Ooh,
Pantheon? I'm excited. I
Pantheon?
like it. I like the Pantheon.
Pantheon mid for Defoe, or is this a Pantheon top? I wonder.
It will definitely be mid for Defoe.
Pantheon into that Yone could be a pretty good matchup. A lot of burst, assuming that it's the lethality Pantheons. Ooh,
Alright, Handmind. How do you think of the Yone versus Pantheon matchup as
Skill
the
matchup. It's a skill matchup.
It's a skill matchup?
It's a skill matchup.
Pantheon really his stun spears really take a lot of take a lot of skill.
Yeah, they
I
do.
agree.
They do. No, but in all reality, I think if he doesn't take too much poke pre-3, he has a good chance of trading with Pantheon. But if he decides to fight him pre-3, then he's just get his
Neos is
Stuff
pulling out the
rocked.
Nico top, it looks like.
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
It could be Pantheon top, but if depending
There
on
are
where
a lot
Nico
of
goes, it's that she either has two builds, on hit or just full AP burst.
yeah. I guess we'll have to wait and see whether champion swaps come through, because I'd like to assume that Neos is not playing that Shaco top lane.
This is kind of interesting. Corgis are going for a full, like, dive team comp. We're going in right now. While Demon's kind of... It's kind of weird, because Ezreal's going to be playing in the back. Shaco's going to be doing Shaco things. Pantheon's going to be diving the back line. You can't really stop Olaf.
To be fair, from what we've seen thus far, it looks like Demons are always playing towards an early mid game. Especially with like their objective control that we saw last game. That was so dominant. So we'll see how well the Corgis are able to play around that.
A Rammus jungle would have been very good this game, thinking about it. Look at all the AD on the side of Corgis. Yep.
AD on hit.
Would have been a very good game great game for Rammus, but obviously wouldn't have known that going into the last two picks.
I think it's also dependent on like what, because essentially draft league, every player has like their own different champ pool that they're just trying to mix in together.
Yep. So
I feel like you'd see more Rammus or like some weird picks like that in the pre-made league. Which, by the way, signups are still available for our pre-mades.
So I imagine this Aurelia is going top. Beanie's going to be playing that Yone mid. Then I guess we'll have to wait and see where the Pantheon and the Nico are going. But looks like we'll be loading into game in just a minute. Find out if Demons is going to sweep the series 2-0 or if Corgis is going to force a game 3.
Yeah, switching out to intermission. Okay. So one last thing, who do you think is gonna win based off the draft itself?
I think if Corgis manages to get ahead with the champions that they've drafted, especially that Yone and the Aurelia, it could make things very tough for Demons. You know, the entire team is very squishy. You know, Yone and Aurelia both have the ability to 1vx, 1v2, 1v3. If they get far enough ahead, maybe even 1v4 or 5. So
yeah, it looks like you're in favor of the Corgis. What about you, Handmine? Based off of draft alone, who do you think will win?
I think if the Corgis don't lose the early game and they just play safe, they are just going to wipe team fights, honestly. I think they just have so much that they bring to every team fight that they should be able to just control nearly everything if they play it right. Now, if they start to let Demons get ahead, then like the last game we saw, you see what happens if they get ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna switch that over to I think that Demons has a slight draft advantage because their comp. This has been the common conversation with me and Unicorn, where we're always looking at which comp is easier comp to execute. And that's probably a huge advantage of what I've always noticed in draft league. And I think Demon's comp is a lot easier to execute. They have a lot of early game presence, and I'm gonna put the edge towards them. So I guess we'll see as we go into this intermission and wait for the game to load. And welcome back to Demons vs. Corgis, Game 2 coming in. We have a 5-man stack already for the Corgis. They might be looking for some cheese,
Oh,
as we got some. They got a bit of a
technical issue. Maybe. Oh,
loading
and
diff.
with Doki crashed.
Oh, I
in
see.
the
There's
chat
an early
box.
game pause. Hopefully
Doki
that
is
didn't
going
mess
to
up.
be running that Ignite this game yet again.
Yeah,
No TP coming through. Doki
Doki's
will
not.
sometimes run that TP.
Doki's looking to fight. He's looking for a lot of early game advantage. I think just gonna sit for Neos. I just gonna 5-man sit.
Maybe.
Why?
I do think we're going to be seeing that AD Nico coming out. He's got that Presti attack and starting with that D-Blade.
Yeah, it is a top lane Nico, so we will be seeing an on-head build.
Oh,
as...
and that is Neo's right there. Oh,
Oh,
Doki's starting with the Q as well. It is going to be a rough jungle clear for him. No W level 1.
yeah, he's gonna need quite a bit of assistance.
Yep.
But with how the new jungle items work, this shouldn't be that bad. Doki doesn't even
No.
have.
He doesn't have a health potion either. So he is going to really struggle this game.
Yeah, he only bought his jungle item, that was it.
And it also, I don't know how this managed to happen, but maybe it's because of switching to Ezreal so early. But Neos also doesn't have a ward per the UI. But maybe I'm just
I think that's just a glitch.
Mike is in trouble. We see
A level 1 fight versus a
level
Braum?
1.
This is not what you want to see. The flash coming in.
This is not ideal. Arctic might have to. He's gonna have to flash it. Yep.
Oh my god, this is not what you want to see in the ball lane.
Although the Corgis did use all 4 summoner spells there, so that is 2 summoner spell advantage to demons, even though they have maybe a combined 300 HP after that.
Yeah, I'm surprised they really wanted to fight a level 1 versus a Braum. They don't have that kind of advantage.
True, that is the one champion in League of Legends you do not want to fight level 1. Probably the strongest level 1 champion in the game, just based on passives or abilities. But Doki is look like he's on his 3rd camp. He's not doing too bad health-wise, it seems.
Yeah, new
So,
jungle items are buffed pretty well so that he
yep.
does have enough sustain.
I see
As
Pantheon going in for trade, using that shield.
yeah, those are.
Mike?
I do like the adjustment for Mr. Braum to take
Yep.
the red trinket.
The sweeper early on.
Do you actually have to
means
trigger the trap for the Shaco trap to disappear? Or can you just red trinket?
red trinket does set it off, I believe.
Okay.
But I think
You actually have to be in that bush though to actually see the trap.
yeah, I mean they could walk in the front from the blue side, but it looks like
Yeah.
Night Train is looking bot, but it's gonna be tough for his bot lane to follow up. Especially pre-6 Olaf doesn't have that immunity.
Yeah.
But it looks like Night Train could be in some trouble especially if Ixie and Mal collapse right now. Doki is looking to go in. Does not have that
No.
flash though, so he's not able to lock Night Train down, so he should just be able to walk out.
Doki was flashed. That's gonna be a miss.
Oh,
The ball lane does have the advantage here. There will be a numbers advantage. It's Defoe
Mike's
coming
used the Q. Defoe should be dead here. This should, I think, Night Train is going to die. That is, oh man, this is.
Oh, they're just running it down at this point.
Neos is also in trouble. He might go down. Doki is dead to Ignite. Neos is also going to go down
Solo kill top lane.
to that Aurelia W.
Wow. It does end up being a 3-for-1. Looks like they're still looking for Mike.
They found him on the sweeper.
They found him.
No.
Yeah,
He
he's
should
gonna
have
get
that
collapsed
jump
now.
back up. He should be dead.
Yeah, Beanie is gonna cut him off. He's gonna cut off the escape. He's dead.
He is dead. Who's gonna take the kill? Oh!
Oh my god, that was.
It's the Yone damage pop.
The auto attack barely went off.
Well, this is not ideal for demons. We were saying early this in the draft that this Tristana Brom lane is going to be pretty oppressive.
Yeah.
The good.
So they didn't have to come in for that
I
Skull
agree.
Crab. They were surrounded. They were playing on weak side, all things considered.
Oh,
As
Neos is in trouble again.
the wave is in such a bad spot for Neo.
Yep. This is one of my least favorite positions as a top laner. You know that the enemy top laner is stronger, but the wave is just stuck right in front of their tower. There's not much you can do, so might have to ask Nitrain for some help up there.
Yeah, we'll see if demons are able to play the objective game, because that's a lot of gold coming in for Ixie already. Already has the Noon
Oof.
Quiver.
Noonquiver and the Berserker Greaves gonna be a tough time,
Yeah.
especially with that Tristana Q, you know, the attack speed buff as well.
Yeah.
Gonna be hitting quite quick.
Currently a 2K gold league coming in for Corgis, and they already started up the dragon, and they have
Oh,
full control over it. There's Nightchain
Mike
had
is
just backed.
looking. Surely there's no way Mike steals this, right?
No, that's not
No.
worth. That's definitely not worth. You know, you don't want to make the Tristana even farther ahead, because Tristana can Ixie's, especially Ixie's Tristana, can easily snowball the game out of control.
Is that a blue buff on the Yone? Must have been from the early fight in the river.
Well, yeah. So essentially, what happened was Mike was able to kill Doki after Doki had gotten blue buff, and
Hmm.
then Beanie got the kill onto Mike at the very end there.
Yep.
He will sure put that mana regen to use as a Yone player.
Yep. True.
Yeah.
Yone, very mana hungry champion, as everyone knows. Yeah, really struggles with the mana problems. But definitely a big change of pace from last game for the Corgis. You know, Nap is
Yeah.
managing to have his way in the top lane this time instead of struggling against allowing. Mike is in trouble again.
He
Just
should
manages to
be.
queue out.
He should be fine.
Ixie
Ixie jumping.
manages to get
No,
out.
it's perfectly fine. Nothing. He's like, I'm just gonna get clear, but I don't think these trades are gonna work out. They're gonna have to try some map play, if anything, especially with the Pantheon being the
Yep.
level 7 that he is.
Pantheon looks like he is really struggling in this lane. Looks, I imagine he has quite a lot of gold to back on right now. Night Train is going in. Wow,
Oh my
that
god.
last Q does a lot more damage than I thought it would.
Yeah,
He
Beanie
gets
had the
the ult.
flash, but didn't think that it would kill.
Yeah. Wow. This Pantheon, what the boots and the longswords only add up to I think 1,000 gold. So this Pantheon's gonna have a lot of money to back on. And let's see what he comes back with.
Yes, but Doki is on the top side. He's well aware of where Night Train is, and we'll get the first Rift Herald. It looks like it's gonna be a switch in a switch in what had occurred last game,
Yeah.
where a lot of jungle presence for demons to try and get any advantage they can. A lot of objective control, especially after the 4 kills Corgis got really early on.
Yeah. It looks like demons are also trying to set up a freeze here, although I'm not sure if that's going to work, especially if Doki manages to make his way down to the bot lane anytime soon. But it looks like he's invading blue side, manages to get the information that Night Train is at least not up there.
Yeah, so you can already see Corgi's ball line backing up. They're respecting the potential gank.
Yeah.
And it looks like this Pantheon is going to be trying something. He does have
Yep.
ulti at this point.
You
Might
might
catch a
find
Doki.
an Amumu in the bush. No flash to get over this wall. There's no
Doki doesn't need a flash. He
there's
has a
no
Young
plant.
coming in.
It's got level 6. Aurelius done. Oh, Neo misses the ult on Doki.
He doesn't have flash anymore.
And it
Gets
is
ulti.
a
Oh,
disaster. Wow.
There is a numbers at disadvantage. They should Yon moving should have been called out,
Yep.
and they should have known that they did not have Night Train with them, as a lot of gold is going over to the Yon with this Rift Herald being
Yeah.
put in the mid lane.
Olaf is gonna have to cover that mid lane unless they just want to lose this mid tower.
Yeah, Yon doesn't have ulti. It should be fine. Plays early on, still lets it
Surely
be
Night
really
Train doesn't
defensive.
go for the kill here.
Oh, he absolutely
Oh,
is.
he
Defoe,
whizzed.
he's stuck. Is they gonna give over
He's
to
dead.
Defoe?
Surely he dies, right?
No, they're
No,
gonna
they
give over
give
to
it to
Night Train.
Night.
Okay. Defoe, that was looking a bit sketch. I thought that was
It
gonna be
was.
scuffed.
Oh.
And you can see with the CS per minute at the moment, and
Ooh.
it's actually going really well if Arctic can keep up this CS league
Yeah.
going on.
He's got nearly a I'm not sure what the numbers on next to the CS per minute were, but it looks like Neo is really struggling in that top lane. You know, 3-0 Aurelia, 35 CS lead is
yeah.
a rough time up there.
The issue that happened up there was he got early killed, and now Napcon is doing really well with the minion wave. He's
Yep.
always putting it in a position where Niels can't
Has-
ever really
yeah.
walk up. He needs to call Night Train at some point in this game.
Yeah.
One day without having to fight in river.
Oh. That could have been a kill there if that stun connected. Almost definitely would have been. And here Nap is going in. He should just be able to get this kill. No, it looks like
Nah,
Neo had
kiting-
to use that ult.
Yeah, using that ult to keep away the Irelia, but now Dragon is up. Corgis once again has the objective control. And Demons are gonna have to be begging for scraps at
Oh,
this point.
great Braum shield on that Ezreal ult. And it looks like Mike might go down here as well. Using that Shake Clone ult. He's gonna
It will
pop,
be a team
gonna get
coming
some
in.
phase. Night Train, strongest member on Demons, is going in, but he is just eating all of the damage. He's gonna go down. Doki is questionable, but Ixie is just cleaning up the fight in the back as well. Defoe manages to get the kill.
One more
I
kill
think
coming in.
Defoe might go down here to Ixie.
Ixie
Got
does
nothing
have
left.
flash.
Oh, and the cleanse comes through, a quadra kill for
Quadra kill.
Ixie. Wow.
Alright, so about my early game execution thing. Yeah, if Tristan has 6 kills, it's gonna go with the
Yeah,
Corgis.
she's got a 1500 gold lead over that Ezreal. All that
All-
CS for absolutely nothing.
All that gold is just funneled into the right characters at this point.
Yep. This Tristana probably will take this game over. This Shaco is gonna be pretty squishy. They're just gonna jump on him every chance they get at this point now.
Yeah, and they're always so Demon's issues is they're always either fighting an even fight of numbers or always at a numbers that's disadvantage.
Yep.
Them with even numbers, Corgis has the advantage no matter what. You cannot tell me that they will go into the fight with Ixie on the enemy team.
Looks
6
like they
kill
also
Tristan.
switched the lanes. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
They switched the lanes, so the Pantheon is gonna go top lane. Also, Night Train is running up here. Don't know if they're gonna be able to do much. Ignite
Knight
goes
pulled out
down,
early.
but Doki is there to just in case things go awry. His ult is about to come back up in a few seconds as well, so. But it looks like that Nico is gonna sit mid. Hasn't even finished an item at 14 minutes. That's pretty rough. I'm surprised this Yon hasn't finished his mythic item yet as well. It looks like he's going for that shield bow. Oh, and there it is.
There it is. He
14
has
and a
been
half
dying a lot in these early fights.
Yep.
And a lot of the gold, he's only really getting assist gold, so his
Yeah.
build will be a bit slower compared to everyone else's, but you can already tell
Oh,
that they're going for a
top
fight.
lane. Looking like Nap is wow.
Oh
That was
my.
a lot of burst. Looks like he just lost a third of his health and instantly at the end there.
We are still in this early game Pantheon. He does have the Eclipse now. He still does have a lot of the burst damage, especially with the press the attack Pantheon charge.
Yep. I do believe, I might be wrong, but the Olaf E is also execute damage. But
I do
maybe I'm
believe
wrong.
it's execute damage as well.
So that's where a lot of the Aurelius are. What is the second item that Napcon's going for? He's got the Aegis.
That's a good question.
Is that looking for a Sterex, maybe? Oh. That could be the Jack Show as well. New item. I'm not entirely sure. We did see a fight around Herald though, with both Nitrain and Neo going down. We also
You were talking
saw
about this.
Mike going down.
Yeah, you were talking about that. The Shaco can't really do much.
Nope.
In this
He
fight,
goes-
when trying to engage.
Oh, and Doki's going in. Got that Q. Oh my god, he is gonna get the kill and he's gonna jump out.
Ixie's too strong. There's no way they're gonna be able to do anything.
I definitely said Doki there, I believe. That's my mistake.
What do you mean? Doki put a lot of pressure on the top side,
Yeah.
getting his
But,
first kill of the game.
This game is pretty rough. It's an 8k gold lead at 16 minutes. It's looking like any G2 game this year right now. Just
Oh no, not the
absolute
pro play.
domination from one side this game. But Beanie could be in some trouble. He does have Flash. Flashes
Okay.
preemptively. Nitrain runs that ghost on Olaf as most people do, so he's gonna be able to escape. Oof. See the 17-minute Kraken Slayer IE Tristana. Oof.
You normally don't see a second item IE, but it's because you don't get the crit factor.
Well, I think with the recent changes in the patches, IE second has become kind of more
Has it?
commonplace. Yeah, it got. I believe in 13.2 it got. In 13.1 or 13.2 it got changed, so it's starting to see a lot of IE second again, as opposed to some of the ZL items.
Oh, you are correct. The perfect threshold was reduced to 40% instead of 50%.
So, IE back in the meta for 80 carries as a second item as opposed to like a third or a fourth item.
They're looking
Let's
for
see
a
what
team
happens.
fight here. All 10 members are here.
Shaco sends in his clone. Let's see what happens. Oh, huge Yono coming through, and it looks like Nitrain just gets absolutely melted by Tristana. The Aurelia is cleaning up the backline. Neos is going to fall as well thanks to that Brawn passive. And might as well just throw up the FF vote and go next on this game, because I don't think there is any way the Demons comes back from this. And Beanie's going to go back in. He's going to find Cyanide. Maybe another Cure and Order. Ooh, so close on that pop damage.
Constantly, team fight after team fight. They are now 3 dragons and they are gonna have the soul point. They're gonna get Mountain Drake also. It's gonna be impossible for demons to actually kill after this 4th dragon coming up.
Yeah. And just a reminder, if Corgis does surge and take this game as we expect them to right now, I do believe game 3 is a blind pick game, so we might see matchups. We might see another Faker versus Ryu, you never know in these leagues.
Yeah, definitely gonna be a lot faster draft as everyone gets to choose their own champion.
Yeah. I do imagine if that happens, we will probably see the Shaco support yet again.
We will see your favorite champion, Alawi, coming in the top lane.
I do like Alawi. I do imagine that the foe might pick that Swain as well, so...
Yeah,
What do we...
don't fix
do you
running
think-
broke, right?
Nope. And 19 minutes into the game, Neos finally finishes his first item, that Bork.
Oh no. You don't want to see that.
It's,
Niels is scraping. He's
Been a bit of a rough game.
He has as much gold as the other supports, as the foe is gonna
Defoe...
get caught onto.
Yeah. I guess there was no jump for Ixie. But they might be in some trouble here. Ixie's gonna have to
Ixie's
either
alone.
wait on that jump. But he doesn't have
Here's
that
a
jump.
cooldown.
That
Cooldown coming for the Yola.
huge shutdown. I personally don't know if I would want it on the Olaf, but I would maybe want it on the Ezreal at this point in the game.
Yeah.
If I was gonna want to mount a comeback of some sorts.
All faith is once again going into the Night
Oh.
Train.
Doki. Q goes wide. They might look for an engage here with the Braum Qs.
Yeah, it should be fine for now.
Nap, I don't know if that's a champion that you want to face tank, but dodges the stun with the Shaco ult. Gonna send in the clone, but I don't think much is gonna come of it.
It should be fine for
Yeah,
now.
there's the pop.
They are still at a numbers disadvantage. They don't have. They don't. The foe did go back for a small reset, so
Yeah.
it would be a bit scary for them to engage there. But now it looks like all eyes on this Baron. They are setting up almost immediately for this.
It looks like Neo almost guaranteed is gonna go down, trying to get the objective bounty on this top tower, and Ixie just absolutely destroys him.
0 defensive items. He's still on Beta Rune King and boots, and Baron started almost immediately. They do spite out Night Train.
Did that ward spot him? It did.
It has nailed.
He's pretty tanky right now, but he's gonna have to use that blast cone to get into the pit. He needs to go.
Hey, he's gonna
Is he gonna
try.
be able to...
Oh,
Doki gets the Baron. Night Train goes down. Defoe is also gonna... Is Defoe gonna go down here? He is. Mike's Revenge also going down on the other side of the fight to the Aurelia.
An early smite, I think that was only 8 HP on the Baron.
It got very low, so it must have been the might have been the Amumu W that secured it. Of all abilities. Oh, Cyanide is also probably gonna die here.
Yeah, Arctic is
Mr.
not gonna have a
Aurelia.
good time.
No.
It's the time is ticking. Demons might just want to try go next.
Going next might be the best for their mental here, honestly.
True, but I was gonna say go on to the earliest as she was the last one to back, but now with this Baron pressure, Corgis are just able to set up the dragon. They might be able to find an early pick if possible. No, they're all grouping. Corgis has no reason to split right now.
Yep, I think they just need to group as 5, push a lane, and end this game.
Yeah,
I don't think there is any way of demons stopping them.
Yeah, there's no way demons are able to survive even with a turret dive. And
Yep. I mean, look at how tanky. Like the Aurelia has Death Stance, Jackshaw, and your plated steel caps. Your Amumu is not gonna die anytime soon, especially with this comp coming out of demons. You know, all AD. Amumu just gets to build armor. Your Yone has Infinity Edge and the Shield Bow, so he's gonna be hard to take down with the lifesteal. Tristana is incredibly fed, and Braum is, you know, another tank. And I thought that was Mike himself. I thought he was gone in half a second.
Shaco's Clone going down immediately. Both carries trying to jump in, trying to leaving Doki. Poor lad can't jump over.
They might be looking to jump on Nap here, but he might be able to just 1v2.
Yeah, he's at the point where he can 1v2.
Yeah.
The Yone is coming in on the backline, immediately deleting the Ezreal, and there's a 1v2 kind of angle coming in.
This is over. This game is wrap it up.
And Neos is doing what he can to split push, but they really don't need bounty at this point.
Nope. It's like as we said in the draft, it's this Tristana Braum was just gonna overpower this Shaco. There's not much Shaco can do into this team if he even considers getting close.
Toki's looking for a solo kill onto Neo.
Is Neo even gonna break the shield on the Amumu? Barely breaks the shield, but the Ignite running on Doki, and that was a very quick 24-minute 14k gold lead at the end there. Wow.
Yeah, 2 games so far have been stomps. It's just Corgi's game time has been faster, and I guess we will be seeing how fast we do have our first third game coming in for the stream here, as it will be blind pick. There will be no bans, and everything is on the table. We can have a mirror matchup. We can have
we'll see
all the one tricks going in.
We might see Doki's Diana.
We might see Mike's third game on Shaco.
Wow, that would be the biggest surprise of all of them. I think,
know.
honestly.
I know. Shaco's open.
Swain. Yeah, you know, it's always available to be picked. So we'll see if Corgis pulls out the same bot lane though to deal with that Shaco.
Yeah. We will see which team pulls out the last game, as we will head into intermission. For actually, do we need to head into intermission? Are they taking a break? Okay,
We are
yeah,
gonna head to intermission, I believe.
we will be heading into intermission for this blind draft, blind pick. Oh, all right. So coming into blind pick currently, we have our predictions of everything that has occurred.
No surprises so far.
We'll probably see Arctic on Ezreal again, and Morgana could be coming out.
Oh, the Morgana could be good.
That could be trying to mitigate the
Oh
Swain.
no.
Ixie's trying to flex on some people with the Draven pick, and we will see the Kali that was banned out for the first 2 games.
Yeah, I don't know how Akali into Alawi goes. Surprisingly not the most common matchup in League of Legends. But we do see Nitrane's Kindred and Defoe's Swain, as well as Neo's Alawi. The winning combination in that first game for Demons. And are they gonna? It looks like they're gonna be back on the blue side yet again. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. We have changed up this blind from for stream and Warriors of the Stream Snipe.
Yeah, we might see some stream sniping from the teams coming through. Although, admittedly, some of the picks not incredibly surprising.
It-
Oh.
Well,
And-
we are having some lobby issues. It looks like maybe someone that dodged, someone didn't lock in? Question mark.
Maybe. I guess we'll have to wait and see if anything is said in the chat during the game. But
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. Wait for the lobby to be remade. To enjoy some clips from looks like last year's league. So if we do get John, or if we get all of the champions that we predict, such as Mike Shaco,
Neo
Defoe on his
Salawi.
Swain, which team, and even Doki with his Diana, which team do you give the advantage to?
Honestly, if they have an answer for the Swain, then I give it over to Corgi still. They still look like a really dominant team, especially with like bot side focus.
Yep.
And I honestly don't.
What
I
would
just
you
think-
use to reply to the Swain?
The Swain, a lot of CC and running away.
Mm,
Or just like a lot of damage. Like you already saw Ixie hovering a Draven before we went into draft.
True.
If you're able to just burst the Swain straight up before he gets like his core items, then it's just doomed. As far as what demons need to do, they need to not give 6 kills over to Ixie again.
Especially before 10 minutes.
Yeah. Although, according to match reports and what we saw in Corgi's last series, Ixie's been 10 kills plus both times.
Wow. Both games?
Yeah, both games. They went 2-0 last week.
Oh, last week's games.
Yeah, last week's games. I think I predicted Corgis to go 2-0 this time around as well, but I haven't seen demons do anything. This is like the first time I'm seeing demons play. Yeah, they are redrafting. We will wait until like any of the lock-ins happen. As far as what we were discussing, do you think Doki will actually change it up to Diana? I don't see.
I do think that Diana has been banned against him both games, so I think that is definitely a champion that Doki enjoys playing.
Yeah, let me look in match report as well for last week's, because we should be having Corgis, Famine.
But Kumshi, you know what change I'm excited about in League of Legends?
What change?
I'm excited that Yumi is getting nerfed into the ground.
They kneecapped Yumi. Her range, her damage, her healing.
They are giving Yumi the Olaf treatment, and I think maybe except for our producer, I think League of Legends players across the world are rejoicing at this nerf. So
I'm so happy. Every time I see Yumi, I'm just like, I'm just gonna try to kill their ball line as many times as possible.
Yeah. the Blitzcrank pick is always good into Yumi. Blitzcrank, Leona, Nautilus. If you see Yumi in your game, pick one of those hook champions or heavy CC champions. Oh,
Fun fact, what's going on? What's happening?
looks like we're getting
Doki had
some.
left the lobby.
Maybe not happy with the team comps. Who knows?
Yeah, we will intermission until we get into game as we figure out why draft pick isn't happening. Or blind pick. Alright, we are going back into draft. Every champion is locked in thus far. We are getting a Darius in top lane versus Illaoi to try and answer that. And we are getting a ball lane switch up with Ixie
Yeah.
trying to come in with Samira and Renata. Renata is really fun right now. She has a lot of utility, but it's gonna be really hard into a Zaya pick coming from Arctic. He's finally realized that Ezreal isn't really the way to go.
Yeah, and I do think Xe has played great both games, but into the team comp that Defoe and his team have drafted, it's going to be pretty hard to pick Samira. Kindred can use that ult. Alawi always wants people to go into close range. Swain also loves people being close to him. Zaya can always pop that ult if things get messy, and Shaco is Shaco. We know what's gonna happen. He's gonna put his boxes down. If things get messy, he's gonna ult away. He's gonna Q away. But I do think Doki could play a vital role this game if he manages to land his CC on top of the Yones. Then X8 is gonna be able to do the damage that he needs if he gets ahead, and so a lot of this game will depend on
Look, he just
X8
needs another.
work on.
He just needs another 6 skills given to him.
Yep. So we'll see what Doki can do in the jungle. I wonder if he'll take Ignite again, especially. It's a very good Ignite game into a Lowy and Swain, maybe even the Kindred, but obviously not going to be running that flash, as we know he doesn't do. So those engages might be a bit more difficult.
Yeah,
I'm not entirely sure how this top lane matchup goes, personally.
it's gonna be really reliant on how well Darius is able to, because a lot of the Lowy's damage is always gonna be like the soul take, right?
Yeah. Bit of a skill matchup there, maybe.
Yeah, skill matchup, or Doki coming in and trying to give the Darius a lead, and the Darius actually being able to do something with it. As we are leading into game right now, should we? Was there anything else you wanted to talk about with the draft? Because a lot of the draft for blind pick is what we expected thus far.
I think both mid laners are just gonna kind of want to scale. Obviously, Swain wants his item or two items, and so does Yon. I mean, Yon is sometimes pretty strong early, but he wants to hit his shield bow IE spikes. So I think they're both gonna be pretty comfortable with just farming to two items. Oh, we're into game.
All right, as we're loading into game, I want to highlight the Renata pick so much because she provides a lot of utility, and she's basically a ranged Leona, according to my coach.
Hmm.
A lot of pressure, a lot of damage, a lot of essentially constantly proccing of passive. A 5-man stack are already coming in.
Looks like they might be looking for Mike, but Cyanide might be in.
No, Arctic! He's
Yo,
AFK!
wake up, dude! He's AFK! No! Arctic, what are you doing, bro? Wake up! The game has started.
So
If we go into comms after this and find out that he alt tabbed, ooh, there is going to be some flame to be had from his team.
I mean, he was physically AFK. I did not see a right click to even start moving. I didn't even see an auto attack coming out from him.
Nope.
Do we have a damage chart available in production?
I don't. He might have gotten like one auto off, but. And John, before this game, we did say, you don't want to give Ixie that 6-kill lead early game. Well,
Corgis' game plan is working out perfectly thus far. One out of 6.
Down, 5 to go.
Yeah. Renata utility, especially with a player like Ixie, is going to be so. It's just gonna be so good. Having the res, having the constant aggression, being able to finish off kills and get the res off.
Yeah. It's he does have to make sure that he does get a kill if he uses his if that Renata save goes on to him though. Otherwise, it's going to be for nothing. But pretty standard lane so far. Darius early game. Obviously a lot stronger than Lalawi's level 1.
Demons does know that Doki did start on his blue side this time around, so
Yep.
there might be a lot of early game pressure going towards the top lane as we start this, but level 2 advantage, Arctic is playing Bush currently. He's sort of in the bad spot. The Shaco
Yeah,
isn't really
not-
helping out.
Not sure about this positioning from Arctic. Oh,
Yeah, the Shaco sort of
foe.
just left him for dead as the foe is
this
getting...
is a good trade for Beanie. Wow. That damage coming through from Yon, just able to walk around while the foe misses his Qs.
Yeah, you can never underestimate a Yon's damage, especially in these early levels.
But surprisingly, the Yon not running that ignite. Oh,
He wants the pressure,
the foe
flash
did
is
have to
gone.
flash out.
yeah.
Oh, Lowy missing that cannon minion. The worst thing that can happen in League of Legends, missing those cannons.
It's always so sad.
Especially as a support player, seeing the carries miss those cannons, knowing that you could have taken them. The worst feeling.
That's how you get the support item. You take all the cannon. Easy.
Ooh. And on the top side, we do see Nitrain yet again getting that early, the scuttle with the mark on top of it. So that's 1 mark for Nitrain already.
You know, the marks have been so favorable for his kindred so
Yeah.
far.
Oh, Mike could be. Wow. Not sure how he didn't get spotted there.
Does control work spot Shaco?
Oh, this.
I
I
think-
think Nap could have chased there, especially with the ghost.
Oh, absolutely. That was. If this was a good friend of mine named Skippy, he would have just fucking dove.
Yeah. That was
But-
100%. Oh, Mike's
but-
going in. Nitrain is bot lane.
This is what we.
Exhaust down
this is
with
what
the
we saw.
cleanse. They're gonna
Look.
take the kill on the Renata. Oh, and
Oh
Doki
my
has
God.
shown up, but he does not have flash to close the gap. That was
Yeah,
a great
really.
flash by Arctic. And we
Look at
even
the
see
reaction
Beanie
on
down
the
here.
Doki counter gank and it does give a lot of breathing room for the foe at the moment. You
Yep.
don't have to build too much. And
he
if Neil's
will-
having another small trade.
The foe will be able to hit 6 before Beanie does because of that rotation, I believe.
Oh my god.
So
Oh my
Lowy
God, how much-
is slapping. Oh no, another Soul Steal coming out from that Lowy. I'm not sure why Mike is too terrified here, but there we go. Cyanide will have to, Arctic Cyanide will have to reset though. Hasn't reset from the assist that he got.
Yeah, the way wasn't really a good spot to reset because Ixie was
No.
both trying to pressure.
Beanie
I don't
hitting
think he-
6 first. Maybe off that assist at level 1. But
Yeah, maybe it got pushed off of the minion wave experience too early on.
maybe.
But there is a lot of good vision coverage for Corgis at the moment.
Oh!
Oh my god!
Wow.
Okay.
This could be bad. Oh,
Okay,
good,
good
flash
flash.
from Nitrain. Beanie's still gonna go back in. He might get the kill here. Nope, the
Nah.
pop damage not enough. As Beanie goes down, 2 kills for demons here.
Yeah, a lot of early game kills coming out. I'm not sure what exactly Corgis are attempting at the moment. They should be playing around Ixie a lot more, but going into enemy jungle with 0 vision coverage.
And 0 backup as well.
Mm.
His team was very far away. Doki only level 4 as well. So not the strongest right now. Same level as his support. Not what you want early game for a jungler.
Yeah, but he does get the first dragon, and so for this top lane, we see the Darius not deciding to dive the 200 health Alawi, but Alawi hitting 6 and wanting to dive to Darius.
Yep.
Mm.
And Alawi now has a huge lead up there. Up a kill and 10 CS. It's going to be getting pretty rough with this Darius, even with that level 6. I think if I'm Neos, I just wait for my ult to be up, I sit back, and then if the Darius decides to engage me when I have my ult, I'm just going to ult him back.
Yeah, there wasn't even any summoners used for the Darius.
Oh, another
And
soul
as he
pull.
gets once again pulled.
And Neos, I believe, is a support player, so doing
He
a
is.
great job.
I'm telling you, Neo Salawi is actually just really terrifying after what he's shown in in-houses.
Yeah. Might have to switch his lane up. He
Yeah.
might just have to be a top laner from now on.
As far as the rest of this game goes, it looks like Doki is already trying to position for this Rift Herald. Looks like there's going to be a lot more objective oriented after how much Corgis gave away the first game.
Yeah.
So we'll see how much Doki wants to force any like dragon control, any
Oh.
Rift Herald control.
Neos? Ooh,
Oh,
that
having to
flash
bring a
might have saved
flash.
his life. Mid lane, Beanie going in, but Defoe. Let's see. Defoe with the ult, but he runs right into the
And the
Kindred.
Night Train!
Is Night Train gonna be able to get this kill? Doesn't have flash. Looks like Beanie might be able to escape. Doki uses Ignite, and in the bot lane, looks like
Level
Cyanide
sixes.
is not gonna use that ult for some reason. Should have used it way sooner, in my opinion, especially during the Samira ult. Not sure why he didn't.
As another dive coming in.
Fights all across the map. Yet again, Neos just absolutely gapping Nap. And did Beanie end up dying? Did we? I think he did, right? Or did he escape?
No, he got away.
Oh, Night Train died.
Night Train.
Oh.
Night Train ended up paying for his life there.
Oh, so
He
Doki
got
the
to melee
kill.
range.
Doki got the kill on Beanie then. Or
Yes.
Doki got the kill on Night Train, I should say.
Yes.
Mm.
As Doki is starting up this Rift Herald and gets a kill. So essentially, Ixie was like, okay, so the rest of my team is having a slightly rougher time. So I'm just gonna get the kills myself. He's
Yeah.
now 3 out of 6 kills into his goal.
Yep. He, Ixie is starting to run away with this bot lane. Yet
Yeah.
again.
What do you think of the Shaco versus Samira matchup? Do you think Shaco's ever gonna try to
Oh,
pull
hold on.
something
Night Train might be in trouble here. He's gonna have to go across the wall, but Beanie is just gonna be able to follow him over the wall. He's gonna go down. Another good kill. A good invade by Doki, honestly.
Yeah, pulling in his mid lane. There's lots of communication coming in here.
But I think they might just have to leave Neos alone here, unless they 3-man. I wonder if Neo's ult's gonna be up by the time they get up to him. I don't think it will be.
Yeah,
So
Neo
he's gonna have to
should
back off.
have the vision for this.
Yeah.
Going back to the point before,
Ooh.
how do you think a Shaco will play into a Samira Renata?
Well, I thought it wouldn't be terrible, but the way that this lane is going right now, it looks like Ixie knows he has to avoid the shaker boxes. And obviously Samira at this point has her Immortal Shield Bow. Looks like Night Train might have found Ixie. Don't think much is going to come of it. But the Shaco Shivs are not going to be doing much because the Shield Bow is on that Samira, especially with the save. The foe might be in trouble here.
Just
Mike
eating a
going
lot
in?
of damage.
I don't. That is a questionable ignite coming out of Mike. I'll be completely honest. Oh, this
Neos
might
is
not
trying
be.
to put in
This might
cheeky.
be good for Neos. This might be great if he met it.
Oh,
Oh,
oh my god.
so close.
Doki-
Doki nearly dying. Nap
Doki
nearly
taking that
dying as
hit.
well.
Yeah,
Woo.
they were just barely able to get the kills off before Niels could get his last tentacle slam in. But now this provides a lot of gold for this, much needed gold for this Darius.
Yeah.
As that will increase Corgi's gold lead to a 2k gold lead at this very moment.
Yep. Neos will be able to TP back up to that top lane, maybe get back and get control back in that lane, but very important kill coming there. I wonder if the Darius will be able to do much with it.
That
Not
was so well played by Doki, baiting it in with the stopwatch.
Not sure why Xe is playing so scared.
There's also the fact that
Night Train is there.
yeah. There's also the fact that even though Shako hasn't been really setting up too many boxes, it's the fact that Ixie can just dash in straight into the box and use the CC forever.
Yeah. We do see another dragon going in the way of the Corgis as well. So, and it looks like it's going to be a Chem Soul. So the lower those champions get, I believe it was changed for this season, so the lower they get, the tankier they become. This could be really bad for Demons here. Looks like Ixie's gonna get a kill, but so is Night Train. Mike is in trouble. That Shaco clone is not doing much to help him. Knight's also gonna go down. So Ixie already at 5 kills at 13 minutes.
5 out of
It's rough
6.
time.
Here he comes.
Yeah. But as we saw in that game 1, Neo's just absolutely bullying Nap in that top lane. Defoe could
Kill.
definitely go on. Yeah, Beanie's gonna have to
Yeah.
ult out if he wants to live.
Yeah, there's the kill potential there, but as you were saying, is it Arctic had run away from the Kindred ulti, not relying.
Nap is just
Oh,
gonna get
okay.
slapped.
Another solo kill coming from Neos. Really showing the proficiency on this.
Surely Mao doesn't walk up here. Oh, stop the back, but I don't think much is gonna happen. He doesn't have ult or anything to keep around. Doki!
Doki's Sunfire burns Shaco and he gets feared in the tower. We are seeing a Sunfire first item as well.
Yeah.
I
Mao
generally.
nearly dies. Mao, ooh, he is.
Oh my god.
He didn't even know that he was gonna die.
It's a dance apparently.
Yeah. Neo's yet again a huge problem on this Alawi.
Yeah, as much as the kills are going, I don't think Demons can really afford to be giving up so many kills to the bot side.
No.
Ixie is still one of the main carries.
Yep. I think you need to switch your lanes if you're Demon. I think you need to send your bot lane to the top and put that Alawi against your against the Samira and the Renata. You know, she's strong enough that she can 1v2 at this point, I think. Mike could be in trouble, but Doki misses the bandage toss, so...
And
great box placement, honestly. That was a great box to box. Box to block the bandage toss. That's a tongue twister I've ever heard one.
Yeah, for now it's been an objective game for Corgis. They're still having the gold lead, even with the first tower going down in top lane.
Yep.
And all honesty, they should be looking towards Rift Herald. Like their objective game this last 2 games hasn't been the greatest.
And almost non-existent. I don't think they got a single objective last game. With Neo up here with his ult, something might happen. It probably
Doki
will.
missed the bandage toss.
He missed another bandage toss, yep.
He might be looking
he does
to
have
get
that
the 5
ignite.
stacks. 5
Can
stacks.
Neo get the healing? Okay, ignite goes down from Doki. Neo, does he have the ult? Oh, sorry, does Nap have the ult? Didn't matter.
As another fight comes in the bot lane, Dixie's low on Holly speed. LT comes out.
Oh,
my
the pull
God.
didn't do any damage through the Immortal Shield, Bow Shield, and it's another kill going to Ixie. 7-0 now on the Samira.
Yeah, that was a 3v2. They're already in such a great position bot lane. They have passed the threshold, and it's gonna be up to Demons to try and find a way to
I think Defoe needs to get on the map at some point. 0-0-1 at 16 minutes. I know he wants to farm his items, but his team is kind of getting ran by the Samira right now.
Yeah, that's not even been team play. Beanie himself even walked down there to help give the ball lane support, but
Beanie's
second item
also...
coming in already at 17 minutes into the game. Zaya's on components. There's no near X golds currently.
Zaya's got the Gale Force, but yeah, it's a bit rough out here. Shieldbow and IE, two of the more expensive AD items in the game, finished
Ixie
already.
has a 1.4k gold lead over the next player of Demon. But they
And
will
that's
be getting the
Neos
Rift
who's
Herald.
taken the top tower pretty much solo. Oh, Doki going in. This could be a huge fight, especially if Neos is able to get a huge ult off. The
Default
boat going
ulting
in. Great Shaco ult usage. Beanie goes in. Oh,
here
looks
comes
like
Samira.
Xy's gonna clean up.
That actually...
Mike
wasn't
is
too-
just completely useless in these fights outside of his ult. Huge
Yeah.
cleanup. Arctic Cyanide was not there either. That's a clean 3-0 for Corgis. Starting to run away with it.
Corgis just has so much crowd control that the Swain wasn't able to survive long enough. There's no way that Swain is living a 2-item Samira at his current point in time.
Yeah, I think if you're Defoe, you need to start looking towards the zombies as your next item. I think that's what he's working on, maybe with that cloth armor in his inventory.
Yeah, Defoe is looking at itemization pretty well. He does have to play the steel caps to try and mitigate any of Ixie's advantage, but still, once again, 7 kills onto him. And Doki is looking pretty comfortable with that 5-1 and 3 scoreline.
Yeah, he's definitely stepped it up these last two games compared to the first game.
And
Although I am surprised we didn't see the Diana this game.
he likes Amumi, he likes Diana, but you know, I'm pretty sure he's just comfortable on like both of those champions.
Yeah. Also playing to help his team with the CC this game.
Yeah.
We do see anti-heal starting to come out on the side of Corgis in the Bramble Vest and the Executioners on Beanie. And also the, I forget the item, but on Renata, the Oblivion Orb, I believe it is.
Yeah, Oblivion Orb.
So definitely don't want any healing on Neo's ult or the Swain ult.
Yeah, pretty standard builds that are coming out for Corgis. It's going to be really difficult. To note, Doki did go the Jaksha build. He's looking to just stay in the fight, and there isn't that's actually a really nice itemization considering a lot of Demon's damage is a lot of damage.
Yeah, and also with the Chemtech ult, it's gonna make him very hard to kill if he gets low with
You
the
already see-
Jackdaw and the Sunfire.
Yeah, you already see the Jaksha popping in, and
Yeah.
almost no damage coming in for Doki. He can take these tentacles like a boss.
Neo is doing his best to stay alive, but Darius does still have that ult, but he might be going down. Wow.
Oh, he goes down. He goes
Mike-
down to Mike, but Mike is
but
now getting run down.
Ixie is also up here, and he is fully in control in this game. Defoe dodging the Ion ult might be getting a kill here. The Immortal Shield popped. A lot of shields coming out, but looks like he might just walk away. Beanie living on about 200 health. I don't even think a Swain W is enough to kill him at this point.
Yeah, but almost immediately. They're looking for a 20-minute Baron. They're so far ahead. They should be able to burn this down, especially with how much max health percentage damage that Doki has. And you can already see the gold lead is getting way out of hand. Over 2k gold lead now for coming in for Ixie.
Yeah. And you know, Night Train started this game off strong, but I don't. Oh, is he gonna hop the wall?
Oh
just
my
a
god!
bit too late on catching. I believe that was Beanie there. It was Beanie, just over that wall, sitting at about 200 health. As I was saying, Night Train started this game strong. He had a few stacks, he got a couple of kills, but since then, he's been put in some pretty rough situations in terms of ganks. I think he might only have 2 or 3 stacks, which is not what you want. 20 minutes is a Kindred.
Yeah, we are seeing the Navori blades coming out second item for Zaya, but yeah, I feel like that's gonna be a really slow start coming in.
Yeah, I guess maybe you want more Qs and Es coming out of that Zaya build. you know, maybe an opportunity to get more CC onto the enemy team. Neos might be going down here. Ixie looking to go in.
looking in. He's looking real
1v3.
confident.
He's
He doesn't-
gonna. Oh, he's gonna die actually. Wow.
He didn't have the
Huge
run
burst.
auto res. He ran away. He kept diving in, not
Oh,
getting the run
Mao
auto
is
res.
dying as well. Wow, Mike's getting the kill on in the back on Beanie as well. Huge turn for Demons. But
Yeah.
it also looks like Neo's died in the bot lane. Doki is just babysitting this nap.
Really. Yeah. As far as Corgi's team, their mid bot side sort of through a bit, but they're the jungle top. They're trying to get what they can with the Baron.
Yep.
The next dragon is coming in. It will be soul point for Corgi, so we'll see if demons are able to set this up. Maybe look for a pick and try and shut them down before they're able to get soul.
If they
Doki
are
is cut out.
Yep, if they're able to catch Doki here, this should be a free dragon. But we see Beanie TPing in, trying to help out Doki. Oh, he misses the first bandage toss.
He's just going in.
Oh,
he's
he's
going in
gonna
Arctic
kill
almost immediately.
Cyanide with the mark and the ignite. Oh, no ignite, sorry. Doki does still have that ignite, but I don't know if they're going to be able to catch him out. The entire team of Corgis is collapsing. This could be a huge ult for Neo if he manages to get it off. Slam, slam! And he's doing so much damage, but the Kindred ult saves all of Corgis.
Oh, double dunk
It's
coming
a
in. The reset's coming in.
tragedy. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Night Train saved. Night Train with the Kindred ult saved the entire Corgis lineup with that Kindred ult. I feel like.
Yeah, that was a lot of anti-synergy coming in, as Alawi only needed like 1 or 2 more tentacles to slam down, especially with how big of an ulti she got.
Take
You
a
can
look
see
at this.
here, Doki just doesn't die. He has so much resistances.
Yep, so
And-
I think Nap definitely
Oh,
would have died
Nap.
there. Moo
Nap-
definitely would have died.
Oh my god, the anti-synergy.
Yep. Ah, that is tragic.
If
Not what
Darius
you wanna
dies there,
see.
he would not get any of the resets he did get away with his ulti.
Yep. Truly unfortunate. I don't think Mike is gonna be able to do anything about Doki here. This is just the Shaco clone.
Yeah, this is so like Shaco. It's just shenanigans. Shaco shenanigans. And that was the Chemtech Soul coming in for Corgis. It's
Oh, he just smites away the boxes.
gonna constantly be rough looking in. As far as objectives go, I feel like Corgis in this group, they have such a strong team fight, and but you did see a well-placed Alawi Swain and
Yep.
Swain synergy, and a lot of Corgi's health bars does go down, so there's still a team fighting chance if, you know, a Kindred doesn't save them all again.
Yep. And Xe 10, 1, and 7 on this Samira. He's got 3.5 items at 25 minutes. Nap with the flash. Neos does have ult. There is anti-heal on the side of Corgis. He's gonna go down yet again. Maybe overextending a bit too much.
Yeah,
7 deaths now. Most on his team after
Yeah, he-
such a strong early game.
he doesn't have any board coverage as Arctic is once again getting caught onto.
He's gonna die with this pop maybe.
Oh, close. It was close, but that is Xayah ulti burned already. She won't have
Yeah.
it for the upcoming team fight with this push coming down mid lane.
Yeah, so Xe is gonna have free reign on this Xayah if he manages to get into the middle of Demon's team.
Yeah, top tower is already going down. There's currently a 6k gold lead coming in for Corgis.
Xe,
As he gets immediately exhausted, the Shaco does wants nothing to do with that.
they might have. Oh, Xe is taunting in front of the entire Demon's lineup now. Mike having to use Q to get out.
Yeah, but Doki and Nap, they're playing the macro game. They know that
Yeah.
towers do end games, and
They
they see the majority of demons on the map in the mid lane trying to defend that, but that's just too much resource. Too many resources used. The game is stricken down, and it's gonna be up to demons to try and force something.
Yeah. So I do believe Xe is working towards that Bloodthirster.
You can see with that this game starts snowballing as soon as 10 minutes hit.
Yep. So I believe Ixie is working towards his Bloodthirster. Looks like Beanie is also working towards maybe an Infinity Edge with that pickaxe in his inventory. Amumu is not going to die here. He's just gonna
He
be
just
able to
walks
walk
away.
away. Beanie is he's gonna be pretty low off of that trade. Not sure if that was what he wanted.
Yeah.
That is
It's ready
Mike.
for
He
limit test.
is
Oh my!
gonna Ixie. Don't know about that flash, buddy. The pretty questionable flash. Good Renata ult to disengage though.
Actually doesn't have any mana currently. He needs to reset.
Yeah.
Baron
Burn-
is up.
He
And
did burn. I don't know. Not sure about burning the flash for support Shaco. It's a pretty questionable choice, I must say.
yeah,
Didn't
it
even
does
get the
leave
kill.
Ixie vulnerable, but
Yeah.
if played correctly, he shouldn't ever die, especially with the Renata.
Yeah. And with Shilbo and Bloodthirster coming in pretty soon. Doki with the Guardian Angel. Interesting choice of item.
You know,
Uh,
Doki's really just making a statement of he's just not gonna die.
Yeah.
He had a stopwatch and was like, hey, if you're gonna kill me once, you gotta kill me
Yeah.
again.
He decided against the Zonya's, great item for Amumu, honestly. He decided to, I'm gonna build a Guardian Angel instead.
I'm gonna be
So-
honest, I'm pretty sure this is just a BM, because they're so far
Maybe.
ahead at this point.
I think it's still maybe winnable for Demons. They just need to get the right team fight. They need to not use Kindred and Alawi altogether. Like
The
they're
jungler
trying
is
to.
bot side though, they're leaving Baron wide open. This is not
Yeah.
what you want to see from Demons.
I guess Night Train went for a stack and kind of forgot that, the real objective we made along the way is on the top side of the map. Just
Yeah.
like that, it goes to Corgis.
Baron goes down immediately, you see a Renata ult going a bit wide,
Oh, Neo's
Neo
going
has
in, huge slams,
big
but
ulti,
it's
but
not
no
going to be
follow-up.
enough.
they aren't fighting together. They're now going onto Ixie with the signal, but
Ixie is going to kill off the foe.
it's just
Not
trickling
sure.
in.
Oh my god.
He's
This
so
might be
strong.
over late. This could be a huge, if he has Gale Force up, maybe he could get a good route.
Oh!
Yep, there it goes. Beanie's gonna die. Forgot about the feathers on the ground.
Beanie is constantly limit testing, but that might not matter. They're just gonna push to end here. They're not even looking to reset. The
Yep,
death
I
timers
think-
are long. They have 10 seconds in the Lowy, around 20 seconds for this lane.
Optic
even-
needs to go to base.
Even with that, they don't really have any ultis or any engage options available.
Oh,
They will just take inhib and back for now, but time is ticking. They have probably one
Elder-
more Baron push. Elder is coming up.
yep, Elder just spawned, I believe, so we're gonna get a fight around that. I do think Neo has been doing his best with his ults. I mean, he's been getting some good 3 or 4 man ults.
Doki has a late back here, so he's coming in from base along with Ixie.
Ixie
Elder
is still
Drake
in
started
base,
immediately.
so
Wait, and the Yon.
oh,
Yon
Yuan
back
TPing
is
in the bot
peeking
lane.
in.
Not
Dragon's
sure
half
what
health. They're
Neos is doing. He's allowing this Darius to stack up. Darius flashing out. Surely there's no way they just get this Elder for free. Beanie is gonna maybe ult in here.
he's
Huge
ulting
ult.
in.
Oh! It does go
Elder-
to the side of Demons, but do they have the damage to kill Ixie? No, it is going to be
Oh
a
my
clean wipe. Someone just died in the middle. Ixie died,
Ixie
actually,
died.
to
Yeah,
the Alawi slam.
Ixie died to the Shaco burn.
Oh, it was the
Yeah.
Shaco.
It was a Shaco burn.
So it looks like Mike and his boxes are gonna have to defend 4v1 for the next 30 seconds against the team with Baron. Mike might be able to get this kill here, but
No, he's.
I-
Oh,
no,
he's,
he's
oh
going
yeah,
to.
he's got it.
oh, the shield. Yep,
Got
he's
it.
gonna get a kill, but
funny.
I think this game is over.
He's
It's-
way
oh.
too low. Oh.
It's gonna be a 2-1 to Corgis. What a comeback after going down 1-0.
Yeah, honestly, really well played.
Yeah, Ixie putting the team on his back.
Ixie once again putting his stats on the board.
Yep. Doki had a pretty impressive performance the second and third game as well, I must say.
Yeah, he definitely went more towards the objective control. After the first game of getting 0 towers, 0 dragons, 0 reptiles, he took that personally.
Yeah. He said, I'm not going to give anyone a single objective after game 1. I don't believe... I mean, he gave up the Elder Dragon at the end there, but I think that was the only objective that he gave up after game 1. Maybe 1 Herald, but that's about it.
Yeah. Overall, well played.
Yeah.
Corgis going in there with this 2-1. I believe the other teams are concluding as well. And I think that is all that we have for tonight for Emerald League.
Yeah. Some great games. Definitely a great game 3. Very entertaining.
We'll